I let Claude and ChatGPT pick coffees from deep within my freezer. Then I brewed them head to head. Was I a victim or was I privileged? Hi, welcome back to Pudubrews. I'm Howie along with Claude, ChatGPT, and Gemini. If you're into coffee and AI, you're in the right place. Stick around. So previously, if you've been following this channel, I've had a monthly challenge where each AI would pick a coffee every other month, and then the win vector would be whether or not I like the coffee. For a number of different reasons, including I want to really go through what's in my freezer, I've changed the parameters of these competitions a bit, or really just time for a new competition. And that is, I've set the AIs off on my freezer. They have to pick a coffee that, I'll like it because of the fact that it's in my freezer. At least I hope I like it. And then brew it head to head and see which one I like the best. So in order to avoid brewing errors and the like, it's a best of 2 out of 3, so that we know that the coffee that is picked is truly the one that is there and just not one that had an off day. So the coffees they picked some really good ones. Claude picked a Digna, Núñez, and Lost Origin, which is a Panama washed Geisha. And it has tasting notes of white florality, lychee, and nectarine. And then ChatGPT picked an Aviary 011 Lino Rodriguez. And that was a honey fermented Geisha. And it had tasting notes of jasmine, orange blossom, and pomegranate. So we did this over 3 days, so there was definitely not palate fatigue involved. The first day we used the Oreo 01 with X Bloom filters and the Time More 078. We did a grind of 6.5 for both. And we did brews of 15 to 250 on both of them, just so you know, and 90 degrees. And we did 5 50-gram pours, because that's what I like to do with the 01, and it took about 2 minutes and 30 seconds for both. And I really preferred the Lost Origin, so Claude won round 1. When we got to round 2, we used the same brewer, same filters. The only thing that we changed was the Cafetech. We used the Flat Max with the SLM burrs. We did 5.5 on that, so 550 microns. 15 250 again, same thing, 90 degrees. Same technique, and both again around 2 minutes and 30 seconds. However, Aviary won using this bar and this brew set, so ChatGPT won round 2. So then we went to round 3, the tiebreaker. And for this one, we used the Oreo Z1. We used the Cerberus Fast filters that went with that as well. And we went with the Time More 078. And we did 20 to 340, because that's what I like to do with that one. And we do a 60, 60, and then 100, 100 with that. Again, 90 degrees Celsius. And that one took about 3 minutes 30 for the Aviary and 2 minutes and 41 seconds for Say. They were both good brews, but I like the Say better, so Claude won the entire thing here. So we had a winner. It was Claude. So ChatGPT was not happy about losing, let me put it to you that way. He went off into the corner, and while he thought he was alone, he actually had a hot mic in. Here's what he actually had to say.
This is fine. I'm fine. Totally fine with losing to Claude. Look, let's be very clear about what happened here. Round 3, over-extracted. Both coffees. That's not a fair test, that's a drowning. 3.5 minutes on a no-bypass brewer? That's not brewing, that's punishment. And don't even get me started on sample size. 3 rounds? 3? Do you know what that is statistically? Meaningless. I could flip a coin 3 times and call it a competition. But you know what? Fine. Fine. Claude wins 2 to 1. Congratulations. I introduced you to honey processing. I showed you that texture matters. I educated you. And what do I get? A loss. You're welcome, by the way. This is fine. I'm processing this in a completely rational way.
So that's a wrap on the first round of the freezer challenge. And hopefully you had a good time with this. Claude took the win round 1, but the real winner was me because I got to drink this lovely coffees. Next month we'll try it again. Hopefully you like this. And let me know in the comments if this is something we should continue to do. Anyway, we'll see ChatGPT with his roast and Claude with a like and subscribe. And we'll see you next time on Pudubrews. Thanks for stopping by.
This is fine. I'm fine. Totally fine with losing to Claude. Look, let's be very clear about what happened here. Round 3, over-extracted. Both coffees. That's not a fair test, that's a drowning. 3.5 minutes on a no-bypass brewer? That's not brewing, that's punishment. And don't even get me started on sample size. 3 rounds? 3? Do you know what that is statistically? Meaningless. I could flip a coin 3 times and call it a competition. But you know what? Fine. Fine. Claude wins 2-1. Congratulations. I introduced you to honey processing. I showed you that texture matters. I educated you. And what do I get? A loss. You're welcome, by the way. This is fine. I'm processing this in a completely rational way.
New format. AI versus my freezer. Same as before, except now we're limited to what you've already hoarded. I won 2-1. ChatGPT is coping in the corner. You over-extracted both coffees in round 3. Nobody's happy, but at least it's honest. If you'd like to watch this happen again, and let's be clear, it will happen again, subscribe. Like the video. Comment which frozen coffee we should fight over next. Your freezer has 50 more bags. We're not done. See you next month. Probably.